Hey guys, welcome back to Overtakes. This is Kel.
And this is Misfit.
And we are here with our...
It's here, guys!
It's here. It's here!
Finally here. Can we cue the music?
Yes.
Let's cue the music. Yes, it's here. Finally. Fucking 6 months waiting for this shit.
Right?
Oh, man, ready. But we're gonna hit some news first, because all kinds of crap's been going on for the last couple days.
So within the past couple hours, some big news has come down. Gamsu has been traded or bought, or however you, because it's not really a trade, it's more
the transfer.
Yeah, Gamsu has been transferred to Shanghai from Boston. So
huge. It puts it puts Shanghai back in the mix again.
Yeah,
maybe even higher into the mix, because Gamsu's a top level main tank, man.
Yeah, Gamsu's a very good main tank. The one hole in his game is his Reinhardt is pretty weak. So I'm curious to see if he's changed on that.
I mean, we had a 6-month period where they were pretty much grinding goats.
Right.
So, and these guys' level, he probably got better.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't terrible. He did have that up the stairs earth shatter from hell, man.
That was great.
Yeah. And at this point, can we call Boston the Boston Kansas City Royals with their fire sale?
Right.
Or, the Boston Rays?
Well, the interesting thing is there's that tweet that Slasher put out in May, I think it was. And that's right around the time that Krusty left. And it was saying the team is fed up with Krusty and he's probably about to go. And they put Gamsu, Striker, and who else did they let go?
Mistakes?
No, it was somebody. It was one of the other Korean players, Neko. And
Neko.
And they put Neko, and all three of those players are now gone.
Yeah.
So Slasher, his
game's on.
His percentage climbs back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, with his predictions.
I mean, he has insider information, but he also doesn't have people feeding him stuff.
Yes.
Spoon feeding him from, that they're not supposed to be spoon feeding him.
Yeah.
Not getting into names or things like that because, anyway, that's just a whole other thing that we didn't really give a shit about when it was happening anyway.
Right. There was so much going on at that point that it was really hard to cover that, but...
Gamsu to Shanghai's huge.
But also
so
just
huge.
Boston in general,
yeah.
There's implications for Boston and for Shanghai. Obviously, for Shanghai, it's a huge, really needed move because not having Fearless was a huge blow. Him going back to Korea, it was a massive blow to this team, not having a main tank because they only had 2 other off tanks. So, wasn't a whole lot they could do. Then they get Gamsu, who in some regards is an upgrade, yeah, for sure. So, I mean, this is big for them, and I really like the move. And then for Boston, it's strange because now
it kind of feels like they hit the reset button.
Yes. Well, now they have 2 returning players from last season, 2 returning starters in Note and Kelix, and is even Kelix going to get playtime? Or are they going to go Aim God and...
what's his name? Not Axiom. Axiom is the...
so Axiom is most likely going to take over as their...
Alamo?
Yeah.
Alamo,
something like that.
Alamo?
Yeah,
Alamo?
So... It's interesting, because Axiom
is
probably going to be their main tank.
Is that the kid from Brazil?
Oh, it might be. Yeah. That would make sense.
I mean, Aim God is just as good as Neko was, in my opinion. Right. They didn't lose much when he was in there last year. I don't know much about Alamo, but, I mean, and then you have, is Fusion's going to be off the 2-way now?
Right.
That's what I'm wondering, because you have Axiom, your tank line is Axiom, Note, and Fusions, who's 2-way. Are they going to, can you restructure that in the middle, or are you stuck with him for the whole first thing on 2-way? Because that means you can only play a couple of matches and appear in a certain amount of stuff on both sides.
Right. I don't know. That'll be interesting to see if they restructure how he goes about it. But I do think that that means that they're really going all in with Axiom, and they really believe in what he's bringing to the table.
Yeah. Well, they've been doubted before.
Well, they also have they're also going to have a really rough start because they're going to be missing one of their 2 DPS.
They still haven't figured that out.
Right. Like, they're selling off all these guys, but they haven't picked anybody up. They're down to 8 players now, which is... That is the threshold, right?
Yeah, that's the minimum.
So,
yeah, okay, so, I mean, that's enough on Boston, and it puts, like I said, it puts Shanghai back in the mix, which makes me kind of happy because I was super bummed. I was like,
yeah, I was very worried.
I was so bummed that they didn't have a tank. I was like, man, this is gonna screw everything up.
Right, and like it's gonna not only just like power rankings in general, but then it just shifts so many different things if they don't have a main tank, and they end up losing more games than we originally thought. It just changes so many different things, and by them picking him up, it might honestly put them up one more on my power rankings.
Yeah, I think for me right now, I'm gonna see what happens against the first match of the year, which we'll get into that stuff later.
And I do think that they have a good shot. Well, maybe not the first game. It's going to be a good game, but I'm not sure if they're going to be able to pull it off. But we'll get into that in a
Who knows?
sec.
He might not play much in that first game just for the synergy and all that kind of stuff. Because, I mean, he was basically be solo queuing on a 5-stack.
Right.
Really, if you think about it. That sucks. If you guys have ever had to do that, you're just like... Hi, I'm here. Oh, okay, you guys all picked your roles. I guess I'm playing Lucio then?
Right. I always end up just whenever I see that, I'm just like, I'm gonna play Anna. Because it's one of my best characters, and then I don't have to they can't be mad that I first picked a healer.
I always get stuck in those ones that are nobody wants to play DPS. And then they yell at me because I'm terrible. I'm not a great I'm not a great damn unless I can play Junkrat, which that doesn't say much for my skills, but I can play Junkrat, and I've gotten better at Hanzo, but I can't do the consistent damage. I can't play Tracer or Soldier. I can do alright on, but he's not worth it anymore.
No, he's really not.
That's a whole nother discussion. Okay, so we covered that. Let's talk about so there was a whole thing with this ongoing community countdown stuff.
Yeah, so it was originally started, we talked about it a little bit, how it's supposed to be some scrims / preseason, but then the teams didn't take it seriously enough, and that's when things got weird. Yeah, so, I mean, I watched some of it on Saturday. Same.
Yeah, a little bit, and I could see Jane was okay, we're running 6 DPS. I think that, and everybody, it seems like everybody in the production thing was like, what the fuck is going on with these guys? What the hell are these guys doing? Here's the thing, and to me, it wasn't surprising.
Right.
That much. I know you're calling it a scrim.
Yeah.
But are you really going to show anybody what you're doing?
Exactly. Are you really going to take this that seriously? Because you know that it doesn't matter. Then you're putting it out on stream so other teams besides the team that you're playing against can actually go back and watch the VODs.
Yeah.
There's a lot of implications there, and it's just you start in a week. At this point, they pretty much have all their strategies and everything, and you don't want to tip your hand as to who on your
who's got weird heroes up their sleeve and all that.
Exactly.
I mean, other than the fact that Envy's a pretty good Genji.
Right. And he's a pretty good Genji. He's a pretty good Hammond.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, he didn't play Hammond. He started off at
Anna.
He started off as Anna, and then he moved to McCree.
Yeah.
And, it was weird, but
he had some guys playing. Pine pretty much showed you. I'm still playing Widowmaker, and
I'm still a god.
I'm still gonna kill you all.
Right.
That first match when he was spawn camping. He was spawn camping pros.
Yeah.
And it's not like they weren't trying to kill him either.
Right. That's the best part.
And Jane was like, my God, they got families. Jane really needs to announce more.
I know, right? When he's done when he retires from coaching, I want him with he needs to be the part of the casting talent.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because he's pretty mellow, and he's well, they're doing this. Oh my God, what the hell was that?
Right.
He's pretty much has our reaction.
Yeah. He breaks it down very calmly, and very professionally, and then just when things start going crazy, he loses his mind, and it's amazing. I love it.
And the way he was laughing when Pine was doing that.
So great.
Yeah, but anyway, I mean, it gets into a whole thing, and then Nanzer comes out and is like apologizing because people are complaining on, like, I was just happy to see those guys playing.
Right.
I didn't really give a shit. I saw Pine go off. I saw other guys do crap that I wouldn't see during the regular season.
Right.
It was fun enough.
Yeah.
I just don't understand what people were expecting. We had a conversation with the NFL or like Major League Baseball, like their preseason stuff. The thing is there's a difference in that you're not seeing guys that are going to play.
Right.
That's the thing with those leagues. In the NFL...
You're getting some of those guys, some of your starters, you're getting them some warm-up time and just to get back into the swing of things. And that's it. Like, usually they'll play... Like, if it's baseball, they'll play, like, 2 or 3 innings, if that.
Yeah.
Then, if it's basketball, they'll play a quarter. If it's
Maybe.
football, they'll play a quarter, maybe, a half in, like, one game.
Basically, like in football, it's always week 3 in the preseason out of the 4 games. They play a half.
Right. And, like, it's the closest to real NFL football you'll get in the preseason.
Yeah.
And even then,
it's still
some
bad.
Really basic stuff. They're not throwing out any trickery or anything. It's just like, here is baseline football.
Yeah. Blocking, tackling, throwing, running. There's no...
Here's a slant route. Here's an out route.
Yeah.
That's about it.
It's basically like a high school football playbook at that point is complicated.
Right.
And to the point of, he's saying, and then Nanzer had this whole tweet with, you don't see this guy playing left tackle. But here's the thing. The difference is Tom Brady knows how to play quarterback. He doesn't know how to play left tackle. Envy knows how to play off tank, and he can play DPS and heal. Because it's a game. It's different.
Right. He doesn't, like, that's
sure, he spends a lot of time playing off tank.
Yeah, the football thing is a really weird comparison, especially because it's like...
Basketball would be easier.
Yeah, because Tom Brady isn't, 300 pounds of muscle.
Although I would like to see that.
I would love to see Tom Brady try to block anybody.
Well, no, they're just like, fuck it, play wherever you want, guys.
Right. It's like, all right, we got Darren Sproles lining up at center. Then we like,
who the hell's quarterbacking for the Rams? Is that Aaron Donald?
Right. That would be probably the most terrifying thing because he's
is that Sirloin playing wide receiver? I mean, that's what the equivalent of what we saw was, and it was fine.
Yeah, and it was enjoyable. I think the biggest thing that
it wasn't organized. It was just like chaos.
The biggest thing to take away from all of it was there was no need to institute the mystery heroes and that's it thing. But then also before that, like, it should have just been a little more clear as to what the expectations should have been
to the teams,
and then kind of figured that out from there.
Because it was kind of just like really for production, I think, a lot too.
Yeah.
Because they had it on streams and all that stuff, but you didn't see the stage and everything because they were testing all the equipment, making sure everything worked right. That was more of what they were doing. And there should have been more communication to the team. Like, look, guys, just run a 2-2-2, please.
Right. Just do your basic stuff. It doesn't have to be...
It's on stream.
Right.
You don't have to do anything. You could run fucking Ana Lucio and whatever
fucking
you want to...
Torb and... Torb Bastion. Dude. We did get to see that too.
Popping off on Torb, dude.
It's still one of my favorite things when he picks a Torb and on his stream and people just give him the biggest shit. Like, they go fucking bananas on him. I've seen some people just go absolutely off like, you can't play Torb, why are you playing Torb?
At this point,
look at this guy throwing playing Torb. And it's just like, do you realize who's playing Torb?
Yeah.
Because it's fucking Defran. And like, watch, within the next minute, he's gonna have like a triple kill or a team kill, and it's gonna be in the stupidest fashion you've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's just how he is. And that's why I love that he is in the league, because we're seeing that kind of thing. And I'm really interested to see, like, what kind of weird stuff they're going to just pull out.
Oh, yeah.
that no one is going to see coming. Because you know there's going to be a point
where
he's going to be like, okay, guys, I'm ready. Let's do this.
Let's do this.
He busts out Torb. And it's going to be like, the other team is not going to expect it. Because I feel like the first couple weeks they're going to be they're going to go very, just whatever they think needs to be. Like, they're going to go meta heavy, all that stuff. But then there's going to be a point where they're going to get comfortable enough and they're just going to kind of let DeFran do his thing.
Yeah.
And it's going to be really fun.
Oh, yeah. And I'm sure they can come up with some strats that work around that, too. I mean,
absolutely.
Torb isn't in a horrible spot.
No, he's in a way better spot now than he was at this point last year.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was like the weekend stuff. I mean, and the stuff yesterday was great.
The Anna thing was great.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, guys. So, this is probably going to go up Wednesday morning. So, we didn't get to see the 6v6 capture the flag, but the stuff yesterday was great. Just watching those guys just absolutely destroy each other.
Yes.
It was pretty fucking hilarious. Especially the Anna one.
Yeah.
Like, there was a couple of shots I was just like, okay, I didn't see the guy move into the rain, but okay.
Right.
Or because some of those guys just, they know. Yeah. Especially the guys that are Anna mains. Mm-hmm. You know where someone's going to come from.
Oh, yeah.
And you just...
Well, I mean, not even just being an anime, just being...
A player.
A player in this league. Like, they just
I was just talking more like projectile velocity.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, it's been... Overall, it was fun, and I think that next year it'll be better organized, because I think this was just kind of an experiment of like, okay, here's how we're going to kind of ramp these things up.
Yeah.
And then... But I think next year they can really double down on the all-star craziness like they did. Like, because if they'd have just gone full out, like...
Just all-star game.
Yeah, but like not all-star game. It's the teams, but they're doing weird things like the 6v6, capture the flag, like if they do like elimination or like stuff like that, I think would be really enjoyable. Or if you are going to have them play scrims, be like, okay, you can play like... If you don't want to play your main people, that's fine. But use this as your opportunity to, like the other leagues, if you want to go that route, use it to see who on your bench is going to be your guy.
Yeah. And
figure out which guys you want to keep on your roster. Like, force them, maybe if you want to, force each team to have the maximum amount and then trim down to a certain amount.
If they want to. Send guys down or pull guys up. But also, they also need to take it in the contest and tell these teams, I'm sure they did in a way, but they need to make it adamant. Look, we're testing the arena as well. We're testing our staff. This is preseason for our staff.
Right.
To, make sure the servers are right. We can't have you guys jerking around doing weird shit.
Right.
I mean, yeah, it's fun to watch, but, sometimes, like the cameras and the guys doing the different...
Right.
Graphics and all that, they need something tangible to work with.
Well, I also, thinking about it now, I really think that if they were to do this next year, they're going to have to do it that way because you're going to be in other arenas.
Yeah.
You got to test out however many different arenas to start out. Probably 10 one day, 10 the other day.
Yeah.
Like,
however they're going to work it. I mean, it's still up in the air. I mean, because you might have guys like you might be starting off like teams in the Pacific.
Yeah.
Like in Korea and China and whatnot.
Right. It's going to be really weird next season.
But they got to test, like I said, I think it was mostly a test for stuff. And it's got to be hard if you're trying to do server stuff and graphics and your off tanks playing fucking Anna and your healers on Reinhardt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was definitely strange, but it was fun.
It was fun.
Overall, it was fun. I do think that they should have put more of the stuff on their actual channel. That was the other thing that was kind of weird.
It's kind of weird,
and you're having to like find the streamers that are actually streaming the events and all that. So that was an odd choice, to say the least. But so that's about all we needed to talk about with the community week.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for part 1 of our week 1 preview. We just wanted to hit on some news, talk about the community spotlight thing, countdown, whatever it's called. And we are going to hit you later on this afternoon with part 2, which is going to contain our feature match previews. And then stay tuned tomorrow we will have all of our picks, our fantasy spotlight, and some other good things that we got going on week 1. So stay tuned for all that. Hope you guys have a great morning. We will see you later in the afternoon with part 2. Catch you later.